Did you know that 70 to 80% people who start learning English never reach fluency? It's a shocking statistic, but it's true. The biggest reason isn't the lack of intelligence or resources. It is the lack of practice, fear of making mistakes, and inconsistency. Out of these people, many people concentrate on learning grammar and the theory part, missing out the main important thing, that is speaking in English and having a conversation in real life situations. The good news is you can break through these barriers by committing to daily speaking, listening, and thinking in English. That's it. You are on the way to master this English language. Soon you will be like these 20 to 30% people who succeed in speaking this language. In this video, we are going to discuss about the reasons behind this failure and how we can overcome that. So before diving into the video, I'm Sharmi. I'm a non-native speaker of English. English is my second language. I learned English by my own. So here in this channel, I'm gonna share my experience and the tips and tricks I learned to speak this language fluently. If you are new here, consider subscribing. Yes, you will get videos on a weekly basis so that you can improve your speaking skill too. Number one reason for the failure is lack of practice. Mostly the language learners, they focus on grammar and theory, so they buy so many books related to that language and they focus on reading it and doing that exercises in the book, only bookish knowledge, and they fail to put it into practice, means speaking. And another one reason is, as a non-native speaker, finding a speaking partner is difficult if you are in a remote place like where there is no person who speaks English. To speak English fluently, we must have the practice of speaking in English daily. Some of them fail in that, so they do not attain the fluency. The second reason is fear of making mistakes. Some people, they will be in the situation that they have to speak in English, but they are afraid to speak English. The reason is they are afraid to get a bad comment from the listener, or they are afraid that they will make a mistake and people will laugh at them. And these people, they may know how to manage the conversation, but still, inside their heart, in the corner of their heart, there will be some fear just sticking to it, the heart, and sticking to the mind. So they are afraid to speak English in front of anyone. The third reason is inconsistent effort. So some people, when they start to learn this language, they will start this language learning journey so enthusiastic, and they will just put a note and they will keep a record of what they are learning little bit. Just for some days they will be tracking it down, and after some time, when the days go by, when the months go by, soon they will lose their enthusiasm and they stop learning. There won't be any consistent effort to learn this language further, to speak this language further. Their enthusiasm fades away as the days go by. So in this situation, these people fail to speak English fluently because they stop in the middle. There is no consistent effort, so they cannot see the result. In other words, the result is there, but they stop in the middle. And the fourth reason is wrong methods. Each people have their own way of learning. So every method cannot be suitable for everybody. For some methods work. For other people, other methods work. So finding out the proper method which suits for you is your job. It's our job. We have to find out what method suits for us. Some of the people, they learn everything visually. Some of them learn by listening. Some of them learn by just reading. So choose your method, which suits for you. Which method is interesting for you? Find it out and then try to do that. So when the people, they don't have any idea about what their interest is, soon they will just stop learning this language and they fail in the middle in their speaking journey. And some people, they watch so many videos as they are doing now. I'm not saying that is wrong, But when we do that, we have to grab the things which is suitable for us, because the teachers, they will teach all the methods in their teaching, but as a student, we have to pick up which methods is for us. So I remember myself in the starting of my language learning journey. So I was not much interested about learning vocabularies, okay? So each day we had to learn 5 words and we have to use it in a conversation, or at least we have to use 2 words, new words in our conversation. It was not at all suitable for me. So when I started to follow that method, I found myself lost in the interest. So I lost my interest. I decided shadowing technique is the one I love. So I will do that. And I changed the method. So when some method is not suitable for you, we have to drop that out and we have to find which one suits for us. So some people, they do not know how to choose it. They stop in the middle. Now I'm gonna share the crucial part which is necessary if you desperately want to speak this language. So how to avoid this failure? The first one is speak daily. There should be consistent effort and your practice should be consistent. Each day you have to practice on a particular time and you have to set the time limit, and minimum it should be 10 to 15 minutes. So if you are so much interested, you can put so much time into it to learn this language, and that's up to you, but it should be minimum 10 to 15 minutes of practice. Whether you have a speaking partner or not, you are gonna do it. And should not say any excuse. Stop giving excuses and start practicing. No matter what, daily we have to practice. That's it. The second one is think in English. So I have shared some of my experience in the channel about thinking in English, so you can go and watch that video. So thinking in English, it is a great way to speak English fluently. You would see a drastic change in your progress if you start to think in English. And how to do that, where to start, and what are the ways we can follow to think in English, I have shared in my other video. You can go and watch that video if you need to know about think in English. So second point is think in English. Instead of thinking in your native language in your mind, you are gonna switch the language from your native tongue to English language. That's it. The third one is consistent practice. Dedicate yourself speaking in English every day. No matter what happens, you are gonna set your mind to speak English daily, and it should be consistent. The enthusiasm that you had in the first place, it should be there all the time. Yeah, sometime in the middle you may get demotivated, but it's okay. Life is not even for everyone. Life is not straight for everyone. There are ups and downs, and we have emotions. Sometimes we feel sad, sometimes we feel lazy, we don't want to do any work. It's okay. Even in that time, at least find something to speak in this language. For example, you are sad, you are not in the mood to learn something, you are not in the mood to speak in English. You can do is you can take your camera and you can talk to yourself about your sadness to you in English. You can record yourself and play it later. Somehow that should be consistent practice. Fourth one is focus on listening. So listen to English podcasts, English videos. When I say listening, I find this one so interesting because so I have a family. So the moment I wake up until I go to bed, I will have some work. So it never stops me from learning English. Do you know why? Because this one, the listening is a great way to improve the speaking practice. Reason is when I'm cooking, I will play some podcast or some videos in English, and I would have my Bluetooth in my ear and I would be listening to the speaker's speech. Sometimes, if I'm so interested in the speech and I want to repeat after them, I repeat after them. I practice while I'm cooking. It's a win win situation. I do my work. At the same time, I learn English, I speak English. So I don't have to find a separate time to practice this language. While I'm doing some other work, I would be listening and speaking to myself. So it's a great way to improve your English speaking. Finally, speaking English fluently is a journey that requires patience and consistent effort, but it's achievable. Start by believing in yourself and embrace the process of learning. Practice even if it's just a few minutes in a day. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. They are part of learning. So when you do a mistake, you learn something new and you change yourself, and it is a stepping stone to the success. Surround yourself with English content through books, through movies, and try to think in English as much as possible. Often visualize your future self talking in English or speaking in English, and that would motivate you to learn English daily. Every small effort that you're taking will lead you to English fluency. Keep going, keep on learning. Soon you will attain your goal. So thanks for watching. I believe this video was helpful. If it is so, give it a thumbs up, subscribe my channel, and share with your language learning friends. And wait for my next video. It will be on next week. Bye.